Hey, how y'all doing? This is Hunt 919 Truth Sports coming to you with another segment. Let's go ahead and get into this segment. This is the segment that I call, it's a new segment that I just produced, but it's called Was It Worth the Transfer Away from the Colorado Buffs? And this is on some of the kids that I follow on a weekly basis. I follow their individual success and I follow their team success on a weekly basis. And now that it's at the end of the season, I look at the numbers and see football wise if it was worth them transferring. Now, you have to remember some kids transfer away for personal success, not team success, so they could care less who makes a bowl game, whether their old team made it or their new team made it. And then some people transfer away because the program and the program's philosophy just didn't fit them for whatever reason. So they transferred away. It could have been mental health reasons. It could have been they wanted to be closer to home. It could have been academics. It could have been a lot of different things besides Coach Prime. A lot of y'all take it personal because it's Coach Prime. He's a celebrity and you defend Coach Prime. It's not always Coach Prime's fault. It's not always the kid's fault. Sometimes it's just not a good fit. And if you've ever played sports and lived and moved to different places, some places are just not a good fit for you. So let's go ahead and get right into it. This player is called his name is Chase Sowell. He transferred from Colorado to East Carolina, which is where I played at. So I was happy to see that he went there. Now let's get into the receptions. While he was at Colorado, he totaled 2 receptions for 23 yards and 0 touchdowns. Okay, so that was bad. So he transferred to East Carolina. While at East Carolina, he had 81 receptions, 1,300 yards receiving, and 4 touchdowns. While he's been at East Carolina, he was just named second team All Conference. Okay, his team finished 7-5, and they are bowl eligible. Okay, now. One thing, just found out recently, he's back into the transfer portal. Okay, so I'm a little confused. Was it worth transferring away from Colorado for one to answer that question? Yes, of course it was because he transferred from not getting a lot of receptions. He transfers to East Carolina. This past season, he was leading them in receptions and he was leading them in reception yards until he got hurt at the end of the season, and he finished second in both of those categories. But he played well enough that the conference named him second team All Conference. So I'm assuming he wants another step up in competition because he came from Colorado, which is Pac-12 at the time. Then he comes to East Carolina. Now I'm assuming he wants to take another step back up. The thing that I'm finding out in doing these segments, it's not working out for a lot of these guys who are transferring. So I can tell you that now. And most of them who transferred away from Colorado, some of them it's not working out for. So I'm gonna wish him success, of course, because I'm obviously a fan of his and I know his abilities. He's a very good receiver, and I'm hoping he's going to go to a place where he will be within their rotation, and he will get the ball some. But will he be a leading receiver on another team? I'm not sure. Like he was for East Carolina. East Carolina was a good fit for him. Now, one of the reasons he could have left, Mike Houston was the coach who brought him in, but they fired Mike Houston halfway through the season. Their new coach took over, and then they won their next 4 out of 5, if I'm not mistaken. But they obviously became bowl eligible, and they will be in a bowl. So that could be one of the reasons. Because sometimes when one of the players, like coach who recruited them, leaves, sometimes they leave, and that's including assistant coaches. A lot of players leave because the guys who recruited them, most of the time, 95% of the time, are the assistant coaches. If they leave, that relationship leaves, and they'll leave. So it is what it is. But that's been one on Chase Sowell. We wish him the best of luck. I'm gonna keep up with him to find out where he transfers to, and then I update the page. It's been Hunt 919 Truth to Sports. Ride with me.